Now your forecast first on the 4 on 5.
All right, good afternoon. It is now 4:30. We're approaching 4:30. A view outside from our studio camera. Right now, skies are completely clear, 76 degrees as we head towards this evening. View over Atmore and the Wind Creek. Nice views there over Escambia County, Alabama. We'll see a temperature of 74 degrees at 7 p.m. tonight. And if you have an evening planned along Pensacola Beach, should have a nice one. Enjoying some warm temperatures now from our camera from the generator guys at the Portofino Resort. We'll see a temperature of 81 by 7 p.m. A deeper look into your weekend forecast coming up as the 4 on 5 continues now.
Straight ahead, why residents in Mobile County are upset about their tap water and how water services are responding.
Local coverage you can count on. You're watching WKRG News, the 4 on 5.
Welcome in to the 4 on 5. I'm Akivia McFarland in for Cherish Lombard. Thanks for making WKRG News 5 your #1 choice for news at 4 o'clock every afternoon. Hurricane Milton has moved into the Atlantic after making landfall in the Tampa Bay area. The storm hit last night as a Category 3 hurricane, causing flooding and taking down trees and power lines. WKRG News 5's Asher Red is live from St. Petersburg. And Asher, that area saw upwards of 100-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, those winds were intense. We were out in it last night and we had a smaller branch fall on the hood of our car. We had a tree that fell near us and we almost missed it. Now we did see this earlier today. This is Tropicana Field. There's no roof on that. Those winds were that strong. This is the home of the Tampa Bay Rays. The stadium was supposed to be a shelter for 10,000 people. Thankfully today, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis saying that everyone who is in there were able to evacuate due to safety reasons. They had some concerns that building would not hold up in the storm. The roof is rated for 115-mile-an-hour winds. Now, a few blocks away, there is a crane that has fallen from one of the tallest residential buildings on Florida's west coast. It could take weeks to clean that up, as it would take another crane to come through here and clean the rubble off the streets and out of the building as well. People who live around here were devastated. They said it sounded like a bomb when it fell, when that crane fell earlier last night. Now, rescue operations have already started. They started this morning. Those Gulf side and Bayside communities starting to see that rising water levels. They're going to start seeing those watermarks soon and get a better idea of how much storm surge they got. Now, hundreds, if not thousands of people have already been rescued from those waters, and I am seeing that as of right now, at least 10 people have passed away due to Hurricane Milton. Akivia?
Wow, so much devastation there. And Asher, much of Central Florida is left without power today as well.
Yeah, we're talking about 3.5 million people who are just left in the dark right now. When we were out and about, we saw in the Weather Beast, we saw 4 or 5 transformers blow up right in front of us in those neighborhoods that were just off to our side that were left in the dark. Now, those linemen are now out there. They're getting Central Florida back on the grid. Just off camera, though, there seems to be some National Guard or Florida State Guard vehicles that have just pulled up. We have some fuel tankers and water tankers that have pulled up. These people are going to be giving those resources back to those people here in Central Florida who have otherwise been without for the past few days.
Thanks for keeping an eye on that for us, Asher. We are certainly praying for everyone who has been impacted. Ed, as Asher just mentioned, Florida is seeing a large amount of outages right now.
And one thing we can do is actually track those outages. And you mentioned that the power crews are already out there restoring power, and that's actually reflected in our numbers here. So I want to show you a couple things here. We've got Milton's track as it trekked across Florida, but that area of orange you see, that represents the wind field. And at one point, the tropical storm force winds are almost 450 miles wide. Now, around 5:30 yesterday, we started to see the power outages expand. Had at that point about 260,000 in the Sunshine State without power. But of course, with landfall and then the trek through Orlando and off the East Coast, we saw that point 3.4 million without power. But in the last couple of hours, you'll notice that that number is starting to drop. We're now at about 3 million. So Crews are starting to get to work, but with that kind of number, that's a daunting task. A lot of folks, it's going to take a couple days at least to get the lights back on. Milton, as you mentioned, is now post-tropical. It's now merged with a cold front, so it's no longer recognized as a tropical cyclone, as it will continue to race out into the central Atlantic, going to bypass Bermuda with some high winds and some extremely rough wave activity as well. But again, this will eventually work towards the North Atlantic. So here's where we stand now for the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season. Of course, Milton, the latest storm, at one point reaching the Category 5. By the way, that's the second Category 5 hurricane that we've had this year, Beryl being the first one. So again, we've made it almost through the second column here. Nadine, Oscar, and Patty are the next names up on the list. Now, coming up, we're going to take a look at the rest of the Atlantic, see if we have anything else brewing out there. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Milton brought dangerous wind gusts and storm surge, resulting in flooding. Video here shows an aerial view of the severe flooding in Orange County, Florida. This is video from Orange County Fire Rescue showing them working on water rescues early this morning. And this video out of Clearwater, Florida, where first responders rescued many residents of an apartment complex by boat and an elevated vehicle. Milton comes 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene, causing a lot of damage along the southeast. Video here is from Asheville, North Carolina, a hard-hit area. The damage cost of western North Carolina is expected to be in the billions. As people in Florida are getting their first look at the damage inflicted by Hurricane Milton, the federal government is still dealing with damage across multiple states from Hurricane Helene. CBS's Natalie Brand got an inside look at FEMA's command center to see how they're responding.
The FEMA Command Center is running 24/7, operating at its highest activation level for more than 2 weeks. Hundreds of federal employees in D.C. are coordinating with their counterparts on the ground in the disaster zone.
We have over 1,000 folks that are in Florida already. Some of those were there supporting Debbie and Helene, and a bit will be repurposed to be able to support the Milton response.
Keith Turry helps lead response and recovery. He says while Milton has passed, the danger has not.
We've got floodwaters that really want to stay out of, either driving or walking, power lines that are down that could be a hazard.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg stopped by FEMA Thursday and says his team is assessing damage to roads, bridges, airports, and the Port of Tampa Bay.
We're watching closely to see what it'll take for the Port of Tampa Bay to be reopened safely. Port Tampa Bay accounts for about 40% of energy going into Florida. So really important as we go into the medium term to know that those supply chains are up and running.
What is your hope for a timeline?
You know, the timeline is going to be dictated by safety.
From the White House, President Biden spent the morning talking to state and local officials to make sure they have the resources they need.
We focused on what the American military can do like no one else can, provide emergency support for communities in need.
The Biden administration says the U.S. Coast Guard and National Guard are also on hand, helping with rescues and delivering supplies to communities ravaged by back-to-back hurricanes. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
You can help us raise money for hurricane victims by donating to the Red Cross during our virtual telethon. If you want to donate, all you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you to the website where you can give money to assist with relief efforts in the wake of Helene and Milton.